My personal journey of growing up without a loving father figure in my life has led me to believe that we discover who we are through our relationship with our Father. Let me explain. Our youngest daughter, whenever my wife dresses her up for church and does her hair up nicely, she comes running to me with this big question mark on her face. And the times, I'm proud to say, where I've realized the importance of this situation. And I went on my knees and I said, "Wow, you look beautiful." I could see that little face of hers light up with the realization, my daddy loves me. He affirms that I am good enough. And just like my little girl longs for that acceptance and love, all of us were born with that desire to experience our Father's love. What I learned from paying a little bit of attention in biology class at school was about X and Y chromosomes. What it taught me is that the sperm cell determines the gender of a baby. This led me to believe that we find our identity from our Father. Interesting studies done in prisons all around the world show staggering statistics. More than 80% of inmates come from broken homes. The father figure was either absent or abusive. On Mother's Day, thousands of cards and letters leave prisons all over the world. On Father's Day, barely any are sent. I remember when our first child was born, typical to first-time parents, we were very excited and we went hospital shopping. We looked at all the different maternity wards at the hospitals and the fringe benefits they had to offer. Important to my wife was a private room so we could enjoy our little one in privacy. For me, I'm sad to say, it was all about whether there was a DSTV television in the room. There was an important rugby match that weekend. Looking back at it, we never even switched on that TV. I remember when I held that little one in my arms for the very first time, I was overwhelmed with love. We just looked at her the whole week. This led me to the point where I realized that if I could have this immense love for this little child, and I'm just a human with mistakes, how much more does my Heavenly Father love me? As a 10-year-old boy, I was filled with despair and rejection. And one day, as I went to visit a friend on my way back home, riding on my bicycle, things just got too much for me. See, because I grew up without a father, I was jealous. I looked at my other friends and I saw them kicking around balls with their dads and attending sporting events. I didn't have that. And I started crying. I was sobbing, so much so that I couldn't even see where I was going. So I had to stop on the pavement and put my bike down, and I was just crying. The next moment, I heard the voice of God speak to me, and He said, "I will be your dad. I will be your dad." That moment changed my life forever. I was within an instant filled with enormous peace, love, and acceptance. Finally, I got what I was longing for. My Heavenly Father affirmed that He planned me, He loves me, and I am good enough. How many people go through life without ever discovering their true identity? Who better to ask the question, "Who am I to?" than to the Creator? Being an authentic leader is being someone that is comfortable in your own skin, knowing your own strengths as well as your limitations, being able to lead others because you can lead yourself. At Biggin, we invest millions in leadership development. 20% of our staff is on a form of a leadership program. One of these initiatives is called Life Work Leadership. It's a 9-month journey modeled on the life of Jesus, aimed at business people who want to make a change in their city. Out of 7.5 billion people alive on the planet today, you were created unique. Please don't die a copy.